Imagine that you're planning for a major change event. It could involve a process, it could involve some structural change, or it could involve technology. So, what do we do when we kick these projects off? Well, time elapses, and we've got a window before the change happens, and in that window, what we do is two things. We communicate about what's coming, and if it involves technology, we have to educate people about the change. So what happens is, at some point, typically on a Friday, if we're talking about a technology change, is everybody goes home for their weekend, and the system people turn off the old system, turn the new one on, and then Monday morning we come back to work and we show up at our desks, we look at our screens, and all of a sudden we realize, oh my God, they did it. They put the new system in place. We didn't think it was really going to happen. And at that point, we reach into our drawer to try and figure out how do we log in, because we knew there was some sticky note that we had written down our login, but that doesn't work. We call the help desk. That's busy. The day goes by and we get two things done, whereas in the past it might have been 20 things. So we go home, have a drink. Come back the next day, same thing. Third day, week goes by, and weeks. And this happens to multiple groups of people. And what happens to the campus is they collectively begin to go through what's coined the Valley of Despair. And this is that time where people are looking back at the way it was and are hearkening back to how simple the old way was or how much better it was, and that they're frustrated that they're not able to get their work done. And the whole point of change management is to decrease the severity of the reaction that people have, as well as shorten the duration that it takes for them to get to the other side of feeling good again, and where they have a higher level of productivity. But here's the problem. On the front end, we lie to people. What do we say? We tell people before the end of the old way, the new process or structure or system is going to be great. And by the way, you're going to love it. And then the new change gets put in and people are frustrated and they feel lied to. See, the honest thing to say to people is that the change is going to take time to get used to. It's right for the institution, not necessarily right for the individual, and we'll be here to help you. That is a way to keep people focused on the prize, which is to eventually climb to a higher level of productivity. So lesson number one, tell the truth on the front end. Lesson number two for all of us is to set the expectation for how long it takes a campus to get through this frustration. And if it's a system change that involves annual reporting and cycles that relate to our fiscal year, it takes at least 3 years for the campus to collectively be saying how wonderful the new system is. First year, they hate the new process. Second year, they're tolerating it. And the third year, they're beginning to forget about the way it was. So that's lesson number two. You need patience to help people get through the change. And the third and most important lesson is that the valley is normal and expected. You cannot avoid having people go through the valley. A matter of fact, it's not about trying to prevent it. It's actually acknowledging that it's going to happen. We're here to help you. And that it's normal because we're all going through it. Even teaching people about this before the change is helpful to help set the expectation for what they're going to go through. So fundamentally, keep in mind those three concepts. That on the front end, we need to do a better job of letting people know that change is hard, but we'll be here to help you, and it's right for the institution. Number two, it takes time. We need to have patience to have people go through this change and know that different people need different amount of time to get acclimated and feeling good about it. And number three, It's normal that people are feeling uncomfortable with the change. And if we embrace it, we build trust with individuals and we'll have a more likely chance that the community will go through the change in a shorter period of time. So that is the institutional focus on change.